Hi and welcome to Fishing Western Australia. Today a very special episode for you because we're coming to you from Esperance, one of my favourite places. The fishing's been awesome, so let's have a look at what's coming up. Today we're going four-wheel driving into Cape Arid for salmon on light tackle. A big bullet type head, really strong, much like a cobia. We'll also head into the magnificent Duke of Orleans Bay for some deep water action. See the no teeth. It took me 30 years of my life to visit Esperance for the first time. As the easternmost major town in WA, the scenery is unlike anything you'll see on the west coast, and I'd been dying to come back. As I drove through town, I headed straight for the lookout to watch one of the famous Esperance sunsets that I remembered from the year before. Like every angler heading out the next morning, I quietly prayed for calm winds over the crystal clear waters of the Southern Ocean. I'm not a morning person, but the sunrise was worth getting up for, and as we entered the beach west of Cape Arid, we just knew it was going to be a special day. Shut up. It's just gear selection, that's all it is, just gear selection. If I'm a bad morning person, then I'm an even worse four-wheel driver, but luckily I had Murray Johnson from Southern Sports and Tackle leading me through what's become his backyard. Now the rock we're standing on now is actually called Skippy Rock and Murray. I reckon there's probably a good reason for that.
Yeah, the guys come out here a fair bit. Always normally catch Skippy here.
Skippy, herring, there might even be a few salmon around, you reckon?
I think there might be a few.
All right, I've got the ganged hooks and muleys just in case, but for starters, we'll see if there's any Skippy about, eh?
All right, mate, let's go for it.
Okay. Now the rig we're going to use here is so simple. On my main line, I've tied a swivel. And then I've tied a sinker on the bottom of my rig. In the middle, I've tied just a dropper loop, just a loop with a granny knot. And look at this. Now that is a tiny lead head jig that we use for fishing soft baits, but it's got that little bend. See that bend right there? I'll show you why that's good. We'll just thread the hook on through the eye. We'll just pop it through the eye there, see? Out the other side, and just put the hook in the body. See, I'm putting the hook right through the body. Now when I push it up, that little bend actually holds the head in place and it presents the bait just like a fish, and that's why this is going to work. We've got a beautiful channel here along the side of this rock, and there's a nice deep blue section that you'll be able to see in front of me. That's where most of the fish are going to be, so that's exactly where I'm going to cast. Flick it in there, let it sink down a little bit, all the way to the bottom probably. Just take up that slack line. Finger on the trigger here, and oh, look at that, straight away, lots of bites. I reckon they might have done me, they're pretty quick here. No, there we go, we're on. Oh, he's a feisty one, this. Now this is the hard bit, actually landing them. Oh, it's a, is it? No, it's a herring. It's a herring. Up the road, oh no! Oh no! Hey, I was gonna let him go anyway. This braided line's ideal for this sort of fishing in the wind because you can feel every single little touch. There's one. And another, and another, and here we go. Oh, yes. Oh, it's a good fish. It's a good fish. Oh. Oh, he's going deep. Now, you've got to stay away from those wet rocks because that'll be the end of me if I get on them. Come on, come out of there. There we go. It's Skippy Rock. And what do you know? It's a Skippy. Silver trevally, but we call them Skippy here in WA. And they're hard fighting fish with soft mouths. And they're You can see how that rig I told you about earlier has worked beautifully. Presented the bait properly, and it's worked on a skippy here at Skippy Rock. It's a long way down. Well, that looks like a good fish there.
Yeah, hopefully not too bad.
Skippy, you think?
No, I reckon herring.
Herring. Oh, look at that, there's a salmon down there.
We'll call it a herring.
We'll call it a herring?
Yeah.
I tell you what, if it's a herring, oh,
He just got taken.
he just got taken. He did too.
There he comes. No, you're right. I'm right.
It's a skippy, yes, see? That's a nice one too, mate.
Yeah.
On the way in there, Murray's fish actually got harassed and attacked by salmon and all sorts of things. So it's starting to heat up here in the Burley Trail. Chuck him back, mate. I reckon if we get a live herring out there, oh, anything could happen.
Don't go away, because after the break we take it up a couple of notches with some big salmon.
Good fish. That last fish that Murray brought up, there was a lot of salmon following and harassing it. Now, I've put on a ganged hook here. 4 linked hooks together. They're 2-0s and they're Uvella chemically sharpened hooks, and I've got my muley. These are very easy to put on. You measure your hooks up against the muley and you start to sew one in the tail, right through the lateral line, one in the body, one here, one through the eye, and voila, you've got your bait all ready to go. I'm not going to use a sinker, just going to flick it in right under the rocks where those salmon are sitting, waiting to ambush all of the burley that's coming over the side. Woo! Guess what, Murray? Salmon on the little cow.
This will be fun.
Oh, he's going for it.
What pound line you got?
Or 4?
4 pound.
4 pound.
This will be interesting.
All I did was just drift a muley down there, and I popped it just under the side of the rocks. And one of these salmon has just come along and gone, thank you very much. He's coming up, mate.
That's good. Actually, the yellow line works really well. You can actually see where it's going into the water.
I know. He's heading for that weed over there.
He's a long way out.
He is indeed. He's got to be 60, 70 metres out there now.
Definitely. At least 50 to where the line goes in the water, and who knows how much there is. Yeah, he's done 20 past it.
He's going into that weedy stuff now. Oh, handy. Here we go. This is going to take a bit of mountain goating. Oh, look, a whalebone. I'm glad that tide's gone out. How the heck did we get him over here, Murray? Let's hope everything's waterproof. I've taken the bit between the teeth.
Think dry.
I gotta keep him away from the rocks. There's so much weed on this fish.
You know that we've actually had a cup of tea and some nice scones on
Yeah,
jam and cream.
the crew's had their lunch break and everything.
Yeah. I can see him.
Yeah, I know, but the weed is just tangled everywhere, mate. We're in real trouble.
In trouble was right.
Thanks.
The fish was using the surge of the current, and after almost beaching itself, it turned right around and headed back out to sea. This, of course, meant I had to run right back to where we started from.
The good news is we're still connected.
Aren't we back where we started from?
Yeah. This is where we came in. I'm still losing line. Wow. I reckon that weed's finally done me in. There's about 5 kilos of weed now on my line, and I think the fish has escaped. But what a fight, eh? Woo! Well, that's the last of it. That's beach fishing. You got the elements to contend with, and boy, one of us has got to land one of these salmon on light gear. It was too good for me.
Yeah, we're on.
Oh, that's a good bend there, Murray.
Yeah, no, it's not too bad, this one.
Do you reckon it could be a salmon?
I reckon I've got that salmon.
Woohoo!
Yeah, there he is. Look, there he
He's
goes.
going, he's going. Woohoo! Oh, I'm in the black stuff. It's slippery. Yes! Ha ha!
I think this one might take a while, guys.
Now you can see the value of burley. Murray's been chopping up those muley cubes and he's been sending them just over the side of the rock here. This salmon's been darting in and out, taking all the burley, and he's jumping. Oh, look at that. You've got him on a tiny little hook too, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's always the way.
Yeah.
He's not done by a long shot, is he?
Nah, I think we're here for a while yet.
He was just a bit too greedy, wasn't he? He came and snapped all that burley up. He thought, one more bit. It goes to show that how big fish will take small baits because he took Murray's herring bait. Oh,
They've got to be definitely one of the better sports fishing fish out there.
in the southwest, the best.
It's trying to sit really low on the rocks down the bottom there.
That's the thing about salmon. People think they're all aerial, but they really do go deep, don't they?
Yeah, no,
Because they've got a strong head.
He knows there's some safety down there. And he's
That's
trying to
right.
get to it.
He's got a few mates.
Put your lure on. Leave mid
They're not salmon. So there's just other fish swimming with him. Oh, there's weed. Okay, we've got him up. Look at the other salmon there with him. There's your chance, mate. Hang on. Next wave, I'll bring him up. You might have foul hooked him, I think.
Leader's plenty heavy enough.
Oh, he might snap. He might snap. Don't snap. Don't snap. I think we got him. Good fish. Good fish. Well done, mate.
Thank you.
Well done. What a great capture. Look how you've got him just in the bottom corner of his gill plate. And look how easy those hooks came out.
Yeah, it's all a matter of leave any pressure off him all and he's gone.
Look at that, the Australian salmon. No teeth, a big bullet type head. Really, really strong, much like a cobia. And they're such a pretty coloured fish. Very strong through the body, and of course they're related to the herring that we started off catching. And here in the south coast, you'll find them all in the same place.
All right, mate, I think you should do the honours.
Well, mate, the honour is all yours for catching such a great fish on light gear. And this is as close as I'm getting to those rocks. So it's going to be a bit of the old 1,000, 2,000. See you later. There he goes.
He's gone.
He's still got some friends, look.